I'll be back. You stop and think about all the time and money and training and planning that goes into just getting a customer in your door or on the telephone. Then you multiply that, all the time and money that's spent taking care of the customers and their needs, making sure that they're satisfied. And all that, if they don't think and say those three magic words, I'll be back, you're back to square one. You've lost the game. Well, my job on this program is to help you win the game. I've been fortunate enough to succeed in a business where service is everything. Think about it. People can stay home and eat. They can cook a hamburger, get a dish of ice cream out of the refrigerator. But when they go into a restaurant, they're there for service. People ask me all the time, whatever happened to Farrell's ice cream parlors? The answer is simple. We sold them, and somebody else sold them again. And then someone decided, make some shortcuts, try to make some extra dollars. They cut back on the service, and the customers stopped saying, I'll be back. I'm still in the restaurant business, but a lot of my time is spent nowadays talking to people in large and small groups about customer service. I'll share more of these talks with you in just a minute. But first, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine, Jack McMillan. Jack is co-chairman of Nordstrom's. Nordstrom's is cited in books like Search for Excellence, magazines like Forbes and Fortunes, as being the standard for customer service. Has Nordstrom's always been up on customer service? I mean, does that go way back?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It starts, if you think about our roots, we started in shoes. That's where the family, John Nordstrom back in 1901 started a shoe store, and in shoes, if you stop and think about the way shoes operate, somebody comes in and you take off their shoes and you sit them in a chair and you got a one-on-one experience.
Right.
Go back and get them some shoes and start trying them on, and it's a very intimate kind of a situation as regards to all the other departments in a store where you kind of drift in and drift out. But here they've got you with your shoes off, and a good salesman kind of puts the shoes someplace where you can't quite get to them and get out of there, and establishes a relationship with you. That's right. What selling is all about. And so that background has kind of made us more aware of the customers, I think, than most of our competitors.
What would you do if all of a sudden you left here and you had to go help this company who was not giving service? How would you get it going?
One of the things that we did that I would certainly duplicate if I went someplace else was come up with a goal-setting process for the company. What we do here at Nordstrom is we want everybody to have a goal. And so we each have individual goals, and then we establish a company goal. The company goal at Nordstrom is customer service. That's our number one goal. It has been for 23 years now. We've formalized it, and we have kind of the idea of going after the goal and the ways that you go after the goal. One of the key ways of going after the goal is recognition. I know you know, Bob, that we all crave recognition, and the more you can kind of set up standards, meetings, opportunities to recognize the people that are giving the customers the superb customer service and holding it up to their peers as a way to get ahead, a way to get recognized, a way to make more money in our company, that sort of an attitude brings them to a greater appreciation of the customer. There's a whole bunch of things that you need to do to get it down to the level where people live. They need to think to themselves, I'll get rewarded for giving customer service, and then they need to have it lived out, and there's kind of an emotional thing that takes place as you do it. You start taking pride in it. At first, in an organization that doesn't give customer service, it's going to be a lot of passive resistance, and you need to start getting people excited about it, and the only way I know of to do that is to be interacting with the people and, as I said, patting them on the back and rewarding them and making them feel good about the customer service they're giving. And it's, at some point, it starts to get to be in the culture and starts building on itself. But getting it going, getting the ball started is the hard part.